So now that the pick has been announced and everybody's super excited for Tim Walz, let's talk about who he is, what his record reflects, and why the Republicans are terrified of a meat and potatoes moderate Democrat that they're already branding a socialist. Silly me. Here, I thought feeding hungry children would be a good thing, considering that J.D. Vance's wife was out talking about that yesterday. But I guess I misconstrued what they were talking about with actual being in touch with what parents need in America. Governor Walz is a 60-year-old man married with 2 children who were both conceived via IVF. As the governor of Minnesota, he also codified abortion rights in the wake of the overturning of Roe v. Wade. He would serve 25 years in the National Guard and use his GI Bill to become a social studies teacher. He would enter politics in 2004 on the John Kerry campaign. As the governor of Minnesota, some of his legislative accomplishments include free breakfast and lunch for every school child in the state, banning conversion therapy, as well as providing protections for gender-affirming care. Lastly, one of the things I'd like to highlight out of all of this is that during 2020, if it was not for Governor Tim Walz, the police officer that murdered George Floyd that we all watched happen in that horrible video would have never prosecuted this case. Governor Walz appointed a special prosecutor to prosecute those cops. So just remember over the next couple days when you hear about how much of a radical socialist communist he is, because that all makes sense, right? I'm going to remind you of one thing that I had to say on Threads today. Tim Walz wants to feed your kids. J.D. Vance wants your daughters forced to carry their rapist baby. They are not the same. The choice is clear.